Fluency English podcasts. What awaits us in the future? What is the first thing that pops in your mind when you think of the future? Flying cars, cyborgs, robots serving humans, a battle between human beings and artificial intelligence, or something simple like your wedding ceremony or your first grandchild? Forget about all of them. What if I tell you the thing that awaits our kin is immortality? Does it sound weird? Actually, it is not a fantasy. The company Google Ventures is investing in research that try to slow aging, reverse disease, and extend life. Bill Maris, the president and managing partner of Google Ventures, thinks that it is possible to live up to 500 years. He started his research 7 years ago, and Google invests approximately $300 million per year for his works. I know that it still sounds impossible to find a way to make people live an eternal life. However, history tells us that our lifespan has already increased more than double within a couple of thousand years. It's a popular belief that human beings were healthier in the past just because they continued their lives in a more natural way. However, this is not true. In reality, they were too weak against the nature itself. For instance, they didn't have a cure even for simple diseases such as the flu or smallpox. Nevertheless, powerful vaccination campaigns brought an end to smallpox, and we are able to keep the flu virus under control. Furthermore, our immunity systems have learned to fight against many illnesses. Do you know how many people got killed on account of plague? Only between 1347 and 1352, approximately 20 million people were killed by the Black Death, which constituted 1/3 of the whole population of the continent. Diseases were not the only enemy of human beings. In fact, human beings were even a bigger threat to themselves. During world wars, bloody riots, and civil wars, a lot many other people got killed before they reached their 25th birthdays. It is estimated that around 15 million soldiers died in battle during World War II. Military deaths, which include soldiers missing in action as well as fatalities due to disease, accidents, and prisoners of war deaths along with battle deaths, are estimated to be between 22 million to 30 million. Civilian deaths, including Holocaust victims and those killed through crimes against humanity, strategic bombing, and population transfers, are estimated to 19 million and 30 million. Civilians killed by war-related diseases and famine counted between 19 million and 25 million. When it comes to death tolls, the list is a very long one. The casualties of Taiping Rebellion in China were between 20 to 30 million, and again, at least 30 million people got killed during Mongolian invasion. As we all know, today we do not observe such brutal battlefields, and we have found cures to many illnesses. For the ones that we still do not have a cure, we have treatments that could expand the lifetimes of the sufferers. Today, the average lifespan of a middle-class European is slightly over 70. However, even the high-class women of medieval times lived around 43 years of age, and the number for high-class men was around 47. Archaeological evidence indicates that Anglo-Saxons back in the early Middle Ages lived short lives and were buried in cemeteries, much like Englishmen today. Field workers unearthed 65 burials from Anglo-Saxon cemeteries in England and found none who lived past 45. Kings did better. The mean life expectancy of kings of Scotland and England, ranging from 1000 AD to 1600 AD, were 51 and 48 years, respectively. The monks did not fare as well. In the Calmlight Bay, only 5% survived past 45. In other words, only 1,000 years ago, 70 years of age was considered to be too long for a human being. As we all see, the average lifespan of a person increased around 30 years in the last 1,000 years. When we consider the fact that the improvements in technology and medicine were not so fast during these years, we can be even more hopeful about the future. Today, technology and medicine develops at an unprecedented pace. We're close to answer any kind of mystery in human DNA, and there are works on creating artificial tissues and organs via 3D printers. All in all, we should accept the fact that eternal life is not a dream for humanity. Nevertheless, we should discuss about another dilemma. Would it be better for us to live eternally? At this very moment, I remember a famous belief in ancient Greek mythology. They thought that gods envied people just for one thing. Humble human beings were mortal, and their life on earth was limited. That's why every moment and every breath they took was precious, and this was some kind of a pleasure that immortals could never experience. It's true that human beings can find a way to live around 500 years, but do they really need to do so?